Hello, my name is Abe, and welcome back to Monster Train 2 Dimensional Portal Challenges. There's only 3 left, and then we can get back to the real game. The real game? The real game? Let's do the hard one. Entropic Agony. Friendly units are heartless, they cannot heal. Your champion is sapped and heartless. And you have dead weights added to your deck. But it's Under Legion, but not the good Under Legion. It's the one I haven't played yet. And we have Witch Weaves. And we draw more cards for every Blight card in your deck. So we're gonna draw a lot, but I don't know how I feel about this. We'll see. At least we have Phase Blessing, great card. Rally, Regen, not bad. Not a big fan of the Decay though. It is a lot of damage, passively. Rage, Lifesteal, Corruption, oh hell. Well, we're gonna be building tanky units anyways, so Corruption doesn't seem that bad. Although with Heartless, we can't heal. So can we even use Phase Blessing now that I think about it? Will it give armor? I don't know. Friendly units propagate every turn seems incredible. We have the Man-Eater or the Spore Singer. What is your thing? On action, decay enemy units. When a unit gains decay, it gains more. Ability Man-Eating. Apply sap and decay to a single unit. Okay. Okay, I think, so really they gain 3 decay, which is passive damage. I think we'll take decay as a way of doing damage with our champion who currently can't do any damage. And we will try and just build big mushroom boys, even though we can't really build the mushroom boys. Also, the regen doesn't work on you. Right. Well, this is gonna be interesting. I don't know what to expect from this at all. I expect this to go very poorly. But maybe we can at least get health out of her. Oh my god, we drew so much garbage. I want to see if Phase Blessing gives us armor. It does not. It just doesn't do anything. Okay. Well, this is a horrible starting clan. Gotta turn it down. It's a little bit loud on my end. Yeah, okay. Well, this is just fantastic. Okay, question. How much decay will you get from this? You probably have to get the action trigger on her floor, right? Like the status enhancer. It probably doesn't work up here. Yeah, you only get 2 decay up here. But down here, you get more decay. We gave you 4 there. Okay. You know, at least you're decayed up. The heal does nothing on you. Wow, this is just gonna be miserable, isn't it? Decay build, I guess, is what we have to rely on here. You're taking 200 damage, which is nice. You are dead, which is nice. I guess we'll just smack you. The decay does do 3 damage per stack, so at 10 decay, they're taking 30 damage. At 13, they're taking roughly 40 damage. So we can kill enemies with decay. It's basically triple frostbite, which is really good. It makes frostbite seem really bad in comparison, but we'll see. Leo says, "Gur, welcome to the stream. I can rarely ever get a good end of turn damage build in either Monster Train game." Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna get it, but we're gonna try. And thank you, Potok, for the donation. Thank you very much. I actually was able to read it for once. I still don't get a pop-up for it. I don't get a notification. I can just read my OBS preview screen. Thank you, Potok. You continue to have my permission to watch these YouTube videos without an ad blocker, or with an ad blocker, I should say. Thank you for the compensation. Spawn. We can get the rally trigger. I wonder if we get the max health out of it. Green recruit is just someone you throw out there. We don't need more sap. We're gonna take Spawn. And I guess damage to all enemies is really nice, especially if we can make it a better spell and a cheaper spell. Disposable welcome. I got no welcome. Because I'm freaking still playing the game here. Disposable likes the mushroom lady. Okay. Like, should I go for spell upgrades? Make this not consume, make it cost 0, make this holdover be cheaper, 10 damage to enemy units, it's something. Luna Coven unit, we can get Mage Blade. I still think that maybe Under Legion might be where it's at. We got Dualism and Quick. The regen does nothing. Okay, Rally Decay, we can go deep into the Rally. I like that. It's better than regen plus 1 HP. And then if we Dualism that, Rally Decay 4, which is actually Decay 6 to enemy units. So we have a nice big decay build kind of happening here. Okay, it's something. We still want to do like some sort of a propagation effect. I don't know what I'm looking for, but we'll try to find something. We really do want to start the decay on the bottom. I really okay, you know, I want to try something. If I spawn the Enoki first, will the steward get a buff? Or will she even get a buff from this? Okay, she does get the 1 HP. But of course, she's not going to get any value out of the regen. All right, what do we have here? Witch Weave. Smack you. Witch Weave. Smack you. Decay? I mean, everything here is going to get decay triggers, but let's sap him, keep his health a little higher. And I'll take, I think, 1 Pyre damage. Man, really? It doesn't even calculate that it gives you any armor. This is just a curse in the deck. Let's give you more decay. I'll take the 1 Pyre damage. At least we get a lot of draw. We get +9. Good lord. Okay, we want to spawn in front. And now the propagation will apply to the troop. We get something out of the Shroomponics. Every turn, we're gonna get 1 more troop, which is +3, +4. That seems okay. You all need to die. I guess I could sap you and then you don't... Well, you're gonna hit the Pyre for 1 each, that's fine. Everything down here is dead because the rally that we did with him put a bunch of decay on everyone. It put 24 decay? Yeah, 6 times 4. Wow, that's really good damage out of a summoned shroom. Okay, so now you trooped and you rallied. So let's... I guess we should just play some units. Like, all things considered, that's not a very good play, but what the hell else are we gonna do? We got a troop, which means we picked up a decay. The enemies are dying. Dude, honestly, that's not bad. That's not bad. Just give out more decay. I mean, that's a lot of damage with the decay triggers. So what we need now is we need spawning every floor. What we need is we need the room that gives us a spawn when an enemy dies. That would be nice. 15 damage, decay 15, or advance propagate 2. I'll still take the propagation even though we might not be building around it. Targeted damage dealers, I like. I'm gonna take that. Our deck is mighty thick, but we draw a lot. It doesn't matter that much. Merchant of Arms. So again, I think rooms will be really nice to have. Merchant of Steel, I mean, we have a good unit that gives decay. What more do we need? We need rooms. Yep, I'm gonna take this. I know it did cost us 80 HP, but it's why I saved the heal. I think I do want, well, Spell Sanctum is also tempting, because with Spell Sanctum, we can actually start playing all of the cards that we're drawing. Unfortunately, a lot of the cards are trash, because they don't do anything. So we'll take Sap Room. Void Armament is really nice to purge. But we don't really do a lot of damage with it, but... Or we could take the Steward's Quarters, and we actually have a reason to maybe grab Train Stewards and upgrade them. They get more damage, they get multi-strike, they're better. You know, I think Steward's Quarters might be the play on this run. Blaydare, welcome. Troop, there it is. Username asks, how many more portal challenges are left? 3. Entropic Agony is going to be one of the harder ones, I think. Okay, so I want Stewards up here. We're gonna put down both of the Shield Stewards, I think, just because I have them. Well, that was dumb. I should have probably split them apart, but whatever, they'll be fine up here. Then, stopping you from doing damage is nice. I will play Advance Propagate. We don't have anything to propagate, so I will play you just to play you, and we will end our turn and take 1 damage from the shard. We gotta be careful with these shards. We'll be fine for this combat, but later on we're gonna need to like limit how many of those are hurting us, you know? Okay, Blood Moon is an energy refund. I want to start spawning and getting them propagating every turn. We should probably propagate, well, we should probably sap the boss, but we don't have to do it yet. But I'm just gonna play it. Stop the Pyre damage. There's no real reason to or not to, I'm just doing it to do it. We get a troop, we get a rally, puts decay on everyone. Putting decay on the boss seems really nice. Okay, let's sap him. Stop this and decay the boss. Keep the decay running on him, I think. Our mushroom is going to get pretty small, but it will still propagate. It's also losing a lot of health, which is interesting. Like, it has less health than it should have. Like, why does it have 28 HP? I guess, can you heal them to regain the troop stacks that were lost? Is that how that mechanic works? Have I been completely misunderstanding the mechanics since forever? It might actually be the case. Whatever, the Train Steward floor is doing what it can do. I think, though, what I should do is next round, what we should do is we should play Sap on the bottom, Champion on the middle floor. We should have a middle floor where the enemies have been sapped and they're gonna do less damage up here. I think that would be the nicest thing for us. Not like this is not going well. You know, the boss says taking 100 damage per turn passively. We have a lot of rally triggers. It's good. Enemy units propagate. Add a copy to your discard pile. Propagating the sap, propagating the decay. I do like it. Deal damage equal to 3 times the debuffs on this unit. Again, we can basically make the decay trigger immediately. Or draw a random spell that is not unearthed treasure from the consume pile, and then we can consume more cards, so we can get our consume cards back. We don't really consume much. I'm gonna go for the contagious though. Haven't checked that out yet, but it would be fun to play with. On revenge, decay the attacker, the prickly puffball. I mean, we could build one floor that's big on decay. Take capacity, put all of our units, take capacity, you have a train steward floor, yeah, okay. This is a decay build. I've declared. I have declared. Sapphire Wolf, welcome to this stream. Choo mother truckers. Gain 1 energy when a unit dies. Grant friendly units conduit, resolve, restore 10 health. That won't work. We don't really need magic power, so I think we'll take gain energy when a unit dies, and this kind of feeds into what I was talking about, what I wanted. So we can make the consume propagate really cheap. We can make it free. We can hold over something. If we're gonna hold anything over, glow up is a really nice call because it will allow us to propagate whatever we want. Like usually the troop stack, I would have to imagine. And then for consuming, well, I guess a witch weave, even though phase blessing is something that needs to be removed, but I need more money for that. Gain more decay. We can probably handle the multi-strike. It might suck, but I want the gold. Sapphire Wolf says, I discovered a new roguelite, None Shall Intrude. None Shall Intrude. Is this a demo? Part of the Steam Next Fest demos? It is in fact a demo. Okay, you know what? For you, Sapphire Wolf, demo, download, open link, 1.9 gigabytes, good lord. All right, I will download it, and we maybe will play it. Deployment phase. So I want stewards up here, champion here. We don't have to play the stewards immediately. We might want to start with, starting with an Inoki doesn't matter, we don't get the regen. We'll do shield steward, and then like shield steward, other steward. That'll be fine. And you guys, conveniently, I have a little bit of time to kill you before you move up a floor. And then we'll gain a lot of energy from this. You're gonna do 12 damage, that's not that bad. Can we get the Room of Sap? No, not yet. We will work on getting the Room of Sap out. Undermine 2 has a demo out, says Deity Punch. That's another one that I never played Undermine 1. So you know what, Undermine 2, coming soon to early access, has a demo, download, yes, Steam is installed, open link. See, 419 megabytes, much better. Okay, I need my sap room down here. And you know what? I'm just gonna kill you before you move up a floor. I would love to kill you because you do 8 times 2, which now is only 2 times 2. I wonder why that got so low. Oh, you actually do gain the sap in its entirety. You don't gain 3 sap and then lose 1 as you move up. That's really nice. Usually the game doesn't work like that, as well as you want it to work like that. I'll take it, I'll take it. Okay, spawn 4. Ah, but if we spawn, they don't get the decay. Ah. I'm still gonna do it, but we could advance the prickly puffball forward, I suppose. I got it. I understand now. Never played Undermine. What's it about? It kind of looks like a dungeon crawler type of deal. but I've also not played in myself. Okay, hold over, advance, propagate. I guess why wouldn't we propagate the troop? They're not attacking, they're not doing damage, so they're not gaining decay. They're all dead though. Like, you will do no damage. I don't know, might as well put you out. I don't really care if she dies, she's not a part of this plan. Her regen does nothing. You have 4 sap, 7 decay already. You haven't even played anything. By the way, spawn 4. By the way, propagate again. That's even more decay. That's a lot of decay. They have 50 decay? I haven't even done anything. They gained 1 decay, which actually, no, they gained 4 decay, which gave them actually 7 decay. I don't know what's going on, but I love it. Whatever the hell kind of a run we have, it's working well. You might as well get more decay. Enemies don't even attack and they just take 150 damage passively. That seems perfect. Now, all of my units are going to be corrupted. If I incant... You see, the only difference between the phrasing is all of your units versus your units. That doesn't in my mind make it seem like it hits all the floors, you know? But whatever. I might as well hit you, because I can. I don't care about that floor being corrupted. The corruption does suck, but you will probably die. You are dead. That's incredibly surprising. Now, do I want to get even more corruption? Probably not, but the corruption is how we win, right? So propagate 2 is a ton of decay, isn't it? You're gonna get 14 decay. Now you're living through a floor, which I guess we shouldn't do. Man, really, giving you 14 decay still is not enough to get through the, because you are corrupting me pretty heavily, I suppose. All right, fair enough. At least you're dead. Man, the fact that corruption also doesn't go down. Good lord. Add a Vengeful Shard after each battle. I do hate those cards, because you still have to pay for them. All units propagate at the end of turn, including enemies. So that's totally fine. Gain a permanent copy of this unit on Celebrate. Cannot be equipped to a champion or cardless unit. I mean, do we want to create a permanent copy of a unit? I would absolutely create permanent copies of, like, Revenge Decay. Just throw it on a floor. That seems fine. I mean, a second Spore Launcher, we can't fit it, but that would be an awesome unit. A permanent copy of a unit, or propagate at the end of turn. What is a turn? Propagate 1 at the end of the turn. This is not a relentless card. Like, I don't think a turn is... Christ. I think that what this means is at the end of combat, not at the end of turn, as in during Relentless, you cycle turns, right? Because action is at the start of this unit's turn, but a turn, the end of turn means the end of combat. I actually sent them a bug report, the developers of Monster Train 2, and I said, hey, you really need to like fix the phrasing of some of this stuff. Like, what the hell is a turn? All units propagate at the end of turn. What is a turn? I still like it because it keeps the sap going and it adds the adds to the decay. But I think actually Mitosis Cap will be better overall if we can get the Celebrate happening. But it's got to be Celebrate. It's got to be on a victory. But still, like, more Spore Launchers is kind of fun. Big decay on enemy units. I could see that. Grow Room, all units propagate. We would get troop stacks. You know what? Give me the Grow Room. Moon Cycle gain Conduit. Friendly units gain Conduit. Cycle to the moon. Nope. It should keep reapplying through Relentless. It doesn't. I'm going to tell you why it doesn't, because if you sapped the enemy, they would be infinitely sapped for the entirety of Relentless, which probably goes against the spirit of the card. It's probably at the end of combat because there are other things that operate on the turn whole, which does not mean once all units have attacked once, it means after the end of combat. There's other relics, other cards, other artifacts that have the same phrasing at the end of the turn as opposed to the end of the unit's turn or the start of the unit's turn. But again, I have sent a bug report to them, and I think they even responded. They're like, interesting, we'll keep this in mind. Probably a generic response, but at least they read it, you know? I know that they read it. Someone did. Someone who manages their, you know, Steam discussion board. Merchant of Magic, Merchant of Steel, Luna, Coven unit. I want this guy to have more health and then duplicate him. Gladear says, I read it, thank you. I should really be fixed as Leo. There's a few other, again, I'll just say there's a few other phrases in the game that use turn inappropriately, that use like trigger inappropriately. I've mentioned that one as well. I said, more things are affected by silence than just triggers, like enchant and moon phases. They don't say trigger, but they are triggers, or abilities, but they're not actually abilities, because ability with a capital A is the thing you click on the unit to activate their ability, but ability can also just mean the card text, but only in certain situations. It's like, I don't fucking know. Pardon the language. I really want to go to a Merchant of Magic, but also the Merchant of Steel. If we can upgrade the Revenge Decayer, that would be nice. But let's go for the Merchant of Magic. We get a concealed event too, or a concealed cap, or a celestial outcome, whatever you call it. When a unit has a third unique status effect applied to it, propagate. The first unit you summon each turn gains Conduit. Will that happen on a spawn? Not like we really need the Conduit. I think we'll go for propagation and big debuffs and buffs, even though we haven't had any buffs. Purging cards is incredible. Oh my god, that would be so nice. So like Mute, for instance, decreases every turn, does in fact mean after all of the units attack during Relentless, that's one turn, and then Mute will go down over the course of Relentless. However, what was the card? What did I just take? All units propagate at the end of the turn will probably only work at the end of combat, not necessarily the end of the turn. Otherwise, you would propagate the Mute on the boss, right? Because Mute is not affected by propagation. Only Daze is affected by propagation, so you could keep the boss muted forever. So like, yeah, it's weird. We're going Conio. I haven't tested the room yet, but I'm almost positive that's how it works. We're gonna start purging cards. There's a lot in this deck that just doesn't work. Like Phase Blessing, literally useless. Witch Weave, doesn't heal us, only does 1 damage. Probably get those out of the deck. Remove Consume and gain Consume -2. Ooh, yes. More Contagions. Oh, that's gonna be so nice. Celestial Storm has not done too much, but you know, maybe I should just re-roll. We did get Intrinsic on Glow Up, which is what I wanted. And then I think I just want to Purge. Oh, I can't Purge. That's okay. We'll Purge more cards as we go. Everything here is fine. Well, let's make something cheaper. Like, I can leave one Spore Touch in. Well, why would we want this? They're gonna propagate every turn anyways. Make the Gooey Flask cheaper, because it consumes. And you know what? Make a Witch Weave consume. Dun, 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 dun. Draw -1, no problem. Sapphire Wolf asks, what's your favorite new faction in Monster Train? I know a lot of people also like it, but I kind of like the mushrooms. They're really fun, and they're really good. They're a really strong clan, and I like the effects of the effect stacks you can build on them. It's all very cool. Okay, so we have Grow Room and Boiler Room. So the Grow Room can go here. Nope. Actually, where are we gonna put this room? Because we also have the Sap Room, which I want to play down here. I guess we don't need energy at that much. We can probably put Grow Room here. Sap. I might as well propagate you. Play that. Play this. Don't need to play a Witch Weave. But it consumes. So we don't have the consume room yet, unfortunately, but we can propagate the enemies, which will give them more sap. Propagate 4 means they'll go to sap 7 and sap 5. But let's actually... Oh, I can't make a mushroom yet. I only have 1 mushroom enabling card. We're gonna have to pick that up at some point. So let's sap them, propagate them. I guess propagate you, because you're annoying. Let's decay you, then propagate you. Then we can play a Spear Steward just to have this floor covered. But I need to get my my minions out. Which, there's a lot of garbage in this deck. Spawning pods is at the bottom. I have so many Vengeful Shards! This is not fair. Hold on. I guess we'll hit you. I gotta kind of just take the damage. I need to kill some of these units at some point. I mean, they are suffering heavily. 20 decay, 3 sap. You don't have any sap. I wonder why. I don't know why you don't have any sap, but that's okay. Finally, sap them. Finally, spawn. Decay them, much better. I guess we can probably play a Shield Steward, but we don't really need to. Instead, let's keep spawning more mushrooms, stop taking damage. Really gotta thin out this deck, but then again, it is full of garbage that I can't get rid of. I'm gonna have 8 blights at the end. Sapphire Wolf says, I enjoy Lazarus League purely as a watcher though. So I think the Lazarus League champion is just kind of ass. I think he's real bad. So that's why I have not said I like him, because I don't. Okay, you're going to gain Reanimate because we're on Covenant 5. Bad time for Contagious because you do not have anything on you. Oh, that's real unfortunate. But I can give you some decay. I guess I can give you decay as well. And keep you propagated. Keep the troop stacks up. You are dead. Good. let us also propagate again. Enemy units propagate 4, and then propagate 4. I mean, we can stack up a lot of sap pretty nicely. We're only taking 12 damage. Leo says Lazarus looks fun. Lazarus is a really fun clan as a secondary, but as a primary, I'm not a fan of the champions. I think the champions are very underwhelming. So far, I'm really liking Mushroom Lady and the Mushroom Man as a set of champions. They're okay. Sacrifice one fun guy to deal 10 damage and apply decay 10 to enemy units. Fetch equipment. I mean, honestly, that's not bad, but the dog doesn't fit anywhere. And we don't consume that many cards, so Fertile Ground doesn't do too much. But it is a consumption that spawns, that means we can get the chain going, which I like. Although, maybe we can just duplicate the card that we have. We can remove, and then we can go to a duplicator. At the very least up here with the Merchant of Arms. We would do arms, steel arms, no magic, which is totally fine. And at the top, we can actually double up on spawn 4, which I like. Yeah. So I don't think we need Fertile Ground. We can skip that for now. Man. What's your favorite combo of Monster Train 1 and 2 clans? I don't know, I haven't done enough. This is freaking infinity combinations. Perhaps one day I'll be able to answer that question fully, but for now, I got no freaking idea. 75 gold? 75 gold. It's mitosis cap. Do I want to make copies of units? I don't think we need copies of units. I think our units are fine. Dude, the corruption is gonna suck though. But if we can stack up enough decay, maybe we can kill him. Silence armor 60. Like, would silence affect the passive of gain more decay? Is that a trigger or ability? I don't know. I don't know what when a unit gains decay, it gains +3 stacks is. Is that an ability? It's written on the card, but silence doesn't always remove things from the card. Like if a unit is quick, they're still quick. Is quick an ability if it's written on the card? I don't know how this is gonna interact, but it is pretty nice to have the stats. In fact, we could put it on the mushroom and then the mushroom gets real big. So regardless, I think we want it. We're not slaying. We don't need the health. We don't really need the summons. Double Lion's Mane would be fun, but I kind of like what we have right now. Let's not make it too thick. Sap at the beginning of combat is nice. Nothing to merge, so we will purge. If we got nothing to merge, we're just gonna purge. Save some money so we can do some stuff up here. We can always remove later. Now we still have a 36 card deck. 5 deadweights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blights. We have 12 garbage cards in our deck. Good lord. So, life steal. We might want to spawn on the bottom. So we can knock out the life steal. I really want enemies to be sapped, but it's still probably in our best interest to start at the bottom. Okay, Prickly Puff. Prickly Puff. I called him by his real name. What is it? All units propagate? We don't have buffs as much. I'll just put the sap down here. That way we can keep the propagation happening higher. It's not like I can get around this because I do have, like, sap enablers somewhere. Okay, so you should be dead. Hold over, propagate. We don't have anything to propagate right now, which is annoying. So, we're just gonna hold this card for a moment. Guy is hurting. Guy in the front is hurting. We just need to get our mushroom spawners. Okay, sap them all. Thank you. Propagate them all. Thank you. Now, oh, we should have decayed then propagated. Consume you. Man, I still don't have what I want to play. Floor 6 boss really punishes non-bottom builds. Sometimes you can get around it, but yeah, you are right. That is true. I agree. Okay, spawn. Now we're talking. Sap. Now we're talking. Propagate. Now we're talking. We are getting hit from the boss, but that's okay. I have to take energy after this. I need to be able to play these garbage cards that we keep drawing. We draw enough. We draw 10. That's not the problem. So, armor. Nice. Spawn. Nice. Kill. You're making it to the Pyre, but you don't do any damage. Oh, you have Titan skin. Still, you're not gonna hit for much. I guess I could propagate your decay and sap, but... maybe I'll just play a steward up here. That really solves that problem for the most part. Take a little bit more damage. Dun, dun. Blah, 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 blah. I love the Pyre just smacking the hell out of him. Now, all units propagate, but we should spawn first. Then, I have nothing else that spawns, so we'll propagate. Propagate. The boss is getting heavily sapped. Like, bosses are not gonna be a big problem because of the amount of sap we deploy. The problem is going to be big enemies with 500 HP. The decay is not gonna do as much as we need it to do. I guess we're just gonna play 3 Vengeful Shards on this turn. And still take 1 damage. God, we need the energy. I mean, you're 15 sap. These guys have 70 decay on them in 1 turn. Agnarts, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? I guess I'm gonna be playing this, and then this, and then this, and then all of my free cards. It's an interesting debuff build, but it seems to be working. Spawn, apply armor. Draw a spell from your consume pile. Apply Titan skin to a unit. I like the spawn armor. It being cheaper is nice. Are we gonna go to a Merchant of Magic? We're probably gonna go Duplicator, and then Duplicator again. Well, we don't have to. We could go Duplicator here and then Merchant of Magic on the left with card removal and money. So there's a chance we'll make this more playable. And we're taking energy. so it might be playable. But I do think I want to Merchant of Steel right now, because I don't think we need equipment. We've been handling the equipment well. 4 extra stacks of decay. You're a 2552 unit, which is actually a 2040. Dualism. Apply decay 10. On revenge. And then I'll give you more health. And then I will, because we have the money, purge. I'm gonna purge the Inoki because she's just meaningless. Although the extra health on a spawn is nice, but enemies are gonna be sapped. You know, they're not gonna hit us that much. That's the plan anyways. I guess I could large stone a steward, but because right now I can fit a shield steward and 2 spear stewards behind it. I think that's a good enough floor. For duplication, I want to duplicate the thing that spawns. Still have a 38 card deck. I removed like 4 cards. Still have this garbage to deal with. Now, silence is annoying. Like, that is gonna be annoying as hell. Okay, sap on the bottom, train steward at the top. You, because all of our things are basically oh, I could have large stoned it. Because you have 8 capacity with this thing. Yeah, we could have large stoned one of these. That would have been smart. That would have been smart. But if we can decay them, they will die on this floor, which is nice. So if I can decay you twice. Making sure that you die is actually kind of nice. And then I will just play these to get them out of the deck. I guess I could have played that. That works too. You know what? Why not? Why not play the free card that kills him? Much better. Sap him. Decay one of them. So why did you get more sap from that? I don't understand that. How does decay 2 cause you to get more sap? Why did you get 4 decay? What? Why did you get 4 sap? Why do you have 2 sap? What? Hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, it's not necessarily a negative status effect, it's their unique status effect you propagate. Okay. Ah, I understand now. Okay, fair. So if I propagate you, you do less damage. Okay. Understood. I'm locked in. And then they got sapped down there, so they're not doing any damage up here. Spawn. Give him the armor. I think we can dump these, and let's get a little bit of energy for the time being. Even though we're not going to be utilizing this energy much. Because I'm probably going to replace it with the propagation so we get the spawn every turn. And we keep them debuffed forever. I don't know, the energy is nice. It allows us to play things like Fun Guy. I guess we can play Fun Guy now and then play this later, like when it shuffles. Dude has 120 armor. I like that. Enemy units propagate. I wouldn't mind that. I mean, these guys don't have any debuffs. Why not play it here? We want it to be duplicated and added to the deck. Give you some decay, because why not? And I guess it's like I don't want to replace that room up there, because if I replace that room up there, we do lose the multi-strike on those train stewards, which is nice to have. And you know what? We've played a lot of our expensive spells. Let's start propagating. Because we've gotten rid of most of the garbage from our deck. That guy is still not dead, huh? He should be sapped up to hell, though. Well, he's very sapped up. He's sapped up enough. Okay, spawn. I'm out of cards that can kill you, but you're just the Incanter, which is not that bad. Okay, you're dead. And we have, 200 HP. If we have to tank the 12 damage from each one of these things, that's not a big problem. I do think that we have to play some things. Like, I need more decay, and then I can propagate them a little bit. Playing the sap just makes them stronger. Okay. I guess we don't have to play it then. Clunk, 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 clunk. But my dudes are heavily sapped. Now you're gonna gain strength. You're gonna gain 15 attack and armor 300 when you move up. That's gonna suck, but you'll be sapped and I can manipulate your sap at least. And I've got a huge tank. Huge tank should be able to solve the problems. You incant for spikes. I could decay you. I don't think we're going to. I think we're just gonna try to play as few spells as possible. We do have 47 troop. And then, well, you're dead and I'm dying. I guess that's perfect. But the boss is hitting like a truck, and they are very slowly gaining decay. Thankfully, decay helped. Apply decay equal to 5 times sap. Spawn 1 for every 10 cards in your deck, spawn 1 more. I mean, why not? It's not like I can remove cards. And I think we want to do Merchant of Magic. I might even do some removal, but let's do the Merchant of Magic. At turn start, spawn 1 on each floor per 20 cards in your deck. Now, does that include deployment? Because if it does, it completely ruins my play. Healing doesn't matter. Draw doesn't matter. This is a reroll. On deployment, draw a spell. A non-damage spell. Why not? Well, let's see. Not good options. Dig Deep is pretty nice, though. I wouldn't mind it being 1 cost intrinsic. Wouldn't mind Fun Guy spell chaining as well. We might not get the -1 energy if I reroll, so I might just take a Dig Deep holdover for 1. Even though intrinsic would be a nice play. Okay, we didn't get it, which I guess is good. -2 in gain consume. Honestly, get out of my deck. Get out of my deck. I don't need anything to be permafrosted. Although permafrosting Fun Guy is nice because if we draw it early, we can just play it as soon as we can. And then for 380, we should remove. Well, or maybe we should save them for the holdover summon. It's not like I can remove too much out of the deck that matters at this point. All right, I'll leave the deck at 40. So we've got a little bit of money left over. Yeah, because I want... What's the card? I want Dig Deep to give me spawn 5. I doubt deployment counts. I think it does deploy morsels, though, when you have that relic for the Morsel Clan. Draw a non-damage spell from your deck. One. Oh, Dig Deep. That's really good. Thank you, game. I was gonna complain for a moment. Instead, I'm gonna take this as a blessing. Spawn 5 immediately. Hell yes. All right, Seraph. You and your damn corruption every turn is going to be a pain in the butt. Spawn 4. Spawn 4. Propagate. Let us... They're going to be sapped when they move up. Let's start sapping him and decaying him. You add garbage. My best chance of killing him is to decay him as quickly as possible. So let's dig deep. Glow up. Contagion. We can play one shard because I want to play Train Steward and I want to dump this. Yeah. Even though it's going to give him a lot of corruption, it's going to do that one way or another. I guess we can slow it down. But my mushroom dude will lose a lot of health. But we did apply 100 corruption, so that's, 300 damage per turn. That's pretty nice. Give me armor. Spawn more. Spawn more. Murder you. And then dump a couple of shards. It's as good as we can get it. As good as we can get it. The boss is taking 500 damage. I think we will win this. We don't need to actually even make it to Relentless. We just have to make sure that no enemies make it to the Pyre. And we should be okay. All right, take a whole bunch of armor. Now, I can't play the second copy. But my mushroom stack is living. Holdover doesn't work when in deployment. Yeah, I was interested in that as well. It was weird, but I'll take it. I'll take just having it, I guess. Spawn. Spawn. Blow up. Probably start continuing to propagate on you. And then I'll take the damage to decay you some more. Because we need to make sure that he gets as much damage as possible. And my mushroom stack is starting to die. Because every time he attacks it, he doubles the corruption on our unit. So we have to sap him to 0 as quickly as possible. I can't quite get there. I can get him down to 2 damage, but that's not enough. He is gonna hit my unit. Ugh. Well, keep the decay up. He's taking 1,000 damage. Once the troop stack dies, he will die himself. But we're taking 130 damage per turn on the mushroom stack. Our other units are dying slowly as well. Okay. Propagate. There you go. Now he has no attack. So many blights. Good God. Infinite blights. But he's dead. He's dead. He's taking 999 of freaking damage. If I propagate 4, does that kill him? Probably not yet. So I will let you come up to my floor. I will let you murder my mushroom stack that is 133 corruption and yet somehow is still alive. This would have been a really nice run to have, unlocking the final Pyre Heart. Because goodness, we are applying all of the debuffs. Only 12 sap, but 400 decay is 1,284 damage. Good lord. We had enough. We had just enough power in this run, which I didn't think we were going to be able to do it as easily as we did, but we did. Bonus points. I like both of the champions, honestly. I haven't played with Madame Lion's Mane much, but the decay and then give more decay does seem to work, and it seems to synergize pretty well with the whole what is it called? Propagation. It works with propagation. It works with, you know, sap and just applying a lot of debuffs and then propagating those debuffs on enemies. It's a fun build. Oh, great elm. Sorry. Oh, ye tarnished. May you watch over me. Today I fight for your daughter's honor. It seems you are my opponent for today. What is this? Where's the whelp I challenged? Right here. This is Loris. He is my champion. A champion? These are not the terms I agreed with. I was supposed to fight you. You agreed to a duel, but you didn't specify it had to be with me. Should have read the fine print. It does no matter. On guard, dragon. Herd. Ow. He has a bone hand. What is going on here? My Lady Lion's Mane. Uh-oh, her spores run. Colonel, would you care to explain why you're dueling with our allies? My lady, I must apologize for troubling you. I only wish to defend your honor and the honor of the great Elm. You had expected to face a whelp, and instead you fought an elder dragon, all to defend my honor? If it means defending your name, my lady, then yes, you are my inspiration. As your subject, I would do anything for you. Anything. Who do you want killed? I must say your devotion to me has not gone unnoticed. Someone with your bravery and loyalty deserves to stand by my side. Henceforth from today you shall be my personal knight. I trust you with my life, Colonel. It would be an honor, my lady. Thank you. And everyone lived happily ever after. For now, for those of you on YouTube. Thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more, check me out on Twitch for when I go live, support the channel at the various links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Monster Train.